Hello, welcome to Misinformed, the podcast for movie reviews. I'm Alex Siegel, notorious ladies' man and sire to the future generations of Supermen.
Hi, I'm Alex, rabbit unicorn trainer and creator of panned fashionable art.
Today we're reviewing Onward, the latest Pixar movie. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see this movie. I was too busy sharpening the points of my ears.
Unfortunately, I didn't see it either. I got so obsessed with pans that I washed my own, my kids, my neighbors, and even the guys at the grocery stores. Those were really dirty.
Well, we'll try to push on with the review anyway. Can you please give me a synopsis?
Set in a suburban fantasy world, Disney Pixar's Onward introduces two teenage elf brothers who embark on an extraordinary quest to discover if there is still a little magic left out there. This synopsis has absolutely no content relevant to the movie.
I love this movie. It was an epic journey of two brothers exploring a world full of wonder and danger. This movie cast a magic spell on my soul and carried it all the way to heaven. I spent so much time staring in wonder that I forgot to blink and my eyes completely dried out. Ever since that wondrous night, I've been experimenting with a cocktail of psychedelic drugs in an effort to feel that joy again. Now I see pink elephants every time I close my eyes. What did you think of it?
I thought the pink elephants were from alcohol. So in any case, the synopsis leaves out the most important shtick of this movie. The main character is a pair of pants, half a father, and the resulting so-called funny moments. It's strange, it's creepy, it's touching, and it makes absolutely no sense. The cringeworthy premise, along with a touching emotional journey about fatherhood, had me cry through the whole movie, and the front of my t-shirt was a soggy mess by the time it was done.
My favorite line was, "We're running dangerously low on magic mushrooms." What was your favorite line?
Mine was, "Don't go there," because of course, Pant Dad can't see where he's going.
Well, let's get right into the plot. I appreciate how deep they went into the Dungeons & Dragons lore. They included a demi-leech, a mind flayer, a gibberling, an atropole, and even a duck bunny.
Yet I think you have to admit, Finding Dad is just not nearly as exciting as Finding Nemo. Did you notice that early in the movie, the reason Dad is pants is because his son doesn't accept help from his brother? I thought that was a really mean little touch, because now it's, of course, everything is the kid's fault.
Did you notice all the interesting kinds of food? I was repulsed by the notion of a goblin guts smoothie, but a pixie dust sprinkled donut sounded really good to me.
I was a little bit put off by the unicorn steak. There was just something uncanny about that.
What did you think of the magic?
There wasn't enough of it?
Well, I thought it was interesting how the magic was powered by sparkles, and there was a lot of magic. Flashing and twinkling glitter bombs distracted me in almost every scene.
Maybe that's why they got the car working again once they got sparks from the battery.
Maybe. What did you think of the cast?
Ugh, the voice acting. I closed my eyes and I swear, everybody sounded like all the other voices in all the other Pixar movies. And that is all I want to say about this.
Well, Chris Pratt is the voice of Barley Lightfoot. His most famous role is as Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy. But I know him best from his moving performance in Jem and the Holograms.
So what did you notice about the music?
I loved how every song in the soundtrack had the word magic in the title. This included Magic by Coldplay, Magic Man by Heart, Magic Carpet Ride, and even an excerpt from the Hello from the Magic Tavern podcast.
On the other hand, a musical touch I absolutely did not understand was the yodeling. Elves and yodeling, I do not know what the connection is. There was yodeling everywhere. There was yodeling in every song, on every mountaintop, in every pit, in every dungeon. You could hear the echoes of it all across the world.
It made me feel like I was in the Nordic.
Maybe that was the thought.
I thought the production design was interesting. So bright and colorful, it could give a 4-year-old a migraine. They needed to turn the color saturation down to 11.
Yet it's Pixar, and because clearly this movie was on a budget, the clothing is a hodgepodge from all the other Pixar movies. It's as if Pixar has intended this as an Easter egg hunt for their fans.
I thought the animation was top-notch, exactly what one would expect from Pixar. I appreciated even the fine details, such as the warts and mushrooms growing on everybody's skin.
It was pretty detailed. I mean, seeing dandruff was kind of off-putting, but realistic.
Speaking of off-putting, I didn't like the product placement. The bait and poison for exterminating unicorns, I thought that was in bad taste.
It really was. I mean, how can anybody not like unicorns? On the other hand, I think the whole modern elf thing was specifically introduced for placing I products and you products and let's all sing kumbaya on your phones products. And then there is the gas station. One whole product placement from sodas to soft drinks, except they're all fake, which means that Pixar probably couldn't get enough underwriters for this movie, which goes back to explaining why we reused all the clothes.
Actually, speaking of gas stations, I thought it was interesting how they used ogre pee instead of gasoline to power their engines.
They used what?
Ogre urine.
That's just gross.
I wonder how it smelled it coming out of the tailpipe.
That's even more gross. I mean, rotten eggs is going to smell like perfume by comparison. So is this going to be like one of those movies where you get a little scratch pad with the odor thingies on it?
I didn't see that in my theater, but I wish they had. What did you think of the big twist at the end?
Well, it was really not a surprise. I mean, of course, Dad gets to stay after they restore him, and everybody is happy ever after until the wars and apocalypse.
Well, I didn't really see the happiness to the ending. After the father is fully resurrected, it turns out that he's an evil wizard, even worse than Sauron.
Well, yeah, there is that. I think his poor wife was totally in the dark when she thought he was an accountant, so he did a good job at disguising himself.
Well, the moral of this movie was clear to me. The best solution to any problem is a magic staff, and my staff is particularly impressive.
Mine's bigger than yours. Now, as for recommendation, I'm personally going to skip this movie, and I recommend you do the same and wait for Soul, which comes out apparently later this year.
Well, that's all. Thank you for listening. This has been Misinformed, the podcast for movie reviews. Now we're going to go see the movie. Goodbye.